Hey guys, Jesper here. Today, we are in Lost Vale, and I wanted to demonstrate how a fire mage can solo, or in this particular instance, dual client, Opalis, aka the Troll Room, on hard mode. I assure you that this method of fighting actually works easier without a second tune, so if you follow the tactics, it should be relatively straightforward fight. Um, I keep Mason for mostly for loot. She holds a lot of my loot. Heals are nice. She does have taming specialization, which means that the pet helps as well, but I find this fight immensely easier if I'm the only one in the room. But with that being said, let me just finish buffing up here, and as I do that, I will describe the fight a little bit before we start. As I mentioned, this will be on hard mode, which means more enemies. I don't necessarily think they're harder enemies, there's just more of them. Particularly because Opalis is currently very glitchy on hard mode. It doesn't just spawn hard mode, it spawns both the normal and the hard mode at the exact same time. So it actually is better for you to leave one of the ranged mobs alive at the end of each round. It will force only one of the modes to spawn. If the enemy is from the normal mode, it will spawn the hard mode, and vice versa. If the enemy is from the hard mode, it will spawn the normal mode, and as soon as you kill that one, then the hard mode guys would spawn after that. So you get both ways at the same time, which makes it immensely more fun. There are 7 waves in total. The first 3 are just standard elves. You got your fighter elves, your archers, and your mages. They do all the same tricks that they have everywhere else, including the rise, which is confuse and teleport, and the archers have pinning shot. The melee guys there's not really much to them. No one really cares about them. And then after the first 3 waves, you have the 4th wave is probably the hardest wave of the entire fight, if not the 7th, depending on how good you are at troll tactics. The 4th wave has the longswords, as I call them. Those are the elf fighters with 8,000 health each, and there are 4 on the normal and 5 on the hard mode, so you can have 9 of those guys chasing you at once. They do rend, which is difficult. So Nice Grace is good for that. Nice Grace is also good for the archer's pinning shot. I recommend having Nice Grace for sure. Other than that, really all you need is some heals. Ring of Fire, Ice Field is immensely good. Meteor Shower is good. It doesn't really work the best on trolls for me, so I don't really use it anymore. My Fire Attunement currently is 320, which means this is almost a trivial fight for me. And after you kill the longswords, you'll have 3 waves of trolls. The first one is just 2 trolls with a bunch of elves again. Pretty easy fight. After that, you've got just straight the 8,000 health trolls, the little obsidians, the one that you can find on the bridge in the rise. And then the last wave is elite trolls, which are torque doll level, elite obsidians. The normal has 2 of those. The hard mode, I believe, has 7. There's a total of 9 in that case of the elite torque doll level trolls that you'll be fighting at once. That's fun. I hope it works well. Hopefully I don't die too much. So with that being said, the fight described, let's jump in and see what happens. As I said, it's hard mode. To activate hard mode, you have to beat the room once and you'll get a memory fragment. You can place that memory fragment on this pedestal right here, and you can see it shows up. Once you beat the room again, you can talk to the spirit and you'll get another fragment. So I just placed it and I got another fragment, which means I can do it again after this. First thing I like to do is put up my dash and then start charging my fire field and run in. There's going to be 2 catapults, one on the right and one on the left. Each one has an archer on it that you will want to target fast, because they will fire those catapults at you and they can hurt. They still hit me for like 600 damage. So not a fun fight in that case. Other than that, I like to put my fire field on the north side of Opalis. That's where I stage Mason. Let me get her in here actually. And continue this fight a little bit. So after these guys start going down, the second wave you're going to see a bunch of them spawned at that catapult. It can actually be very tricky. If I get unluckily pinning shot and teleported by a mage at the wrong time, I will die. There's no getting around it. That being said, your number one priority in here is not DPS. Your number one priority is healing. Keep yourself topped off, or you can potentially die really fast. Okay, there's another archer at that catapult, and he's about to charge it. So once I get my fire field down, I rile up all of the elves, get them chasing me. I just run around and cast flame fist and fire arrow on everything indiscriminately. Sometimes I will charge it, and if there's two guys together, I will probably use a fireball instead. And just keep running around, gathering everybody, staying in front of the fighters so they're not actually hitting you. A nice field helps with that. Other than that, just keep killing them. Like I said, this is a fairly trivial fight for me. I do have 320 attunement. I have been doing this fight since I had low 200s, like around 225, 240, I don't know exactly where. So it is a doable fight at that level. It just takes you a little bit longer. And like I said, your main priority is healing. It's not DPS. They'll die fast enough. Trolls are very weak to fire, so it doesn't really matter what your attunement is on that front. It's more important about knowing how to not die to a troll, which I'll describe a little bit when we get there. Ooh, look at all those guys over there. That's gonna be scary when I get there. All right, let's charge up a ring of fire while I try and stay alive, and I'm confused. So if I'm ever strafing like this, it's probably because I'm confused. Oh, this is not going well. I am not in good shape right now. Using these wooden pillars for cover is a great thing to do. It'll keep you from taking full damage from both the archers and the mages. So running in circles like that is good. Like I said, keep using Night's Grace because you will get pinning shotted a lot. Other than that, let's just try and start throwing some stuff down here. Get these guys actually into my ring of fire since I put it in a bad spot. I had to drop it so that I wouldn't die. I had to start healing myself. So I just kind of cast it here. I'll try and reposition it in a better spot now that it's able to be charged to 6 again. So this is where I like my ring of fire, right in between these two wooden barricades. Seems like a good place. You got good cover. I'm close to my healer if I need it. Mason is taming spec'd and life spec'd. I don't really need the heals. They're nice to have. It speeds me up a little bit. If I can focus more on DPS when I get low on health and just have her pop a heal off on me. And Saida is actually pretty good at fighting these guys too, so that comes in handy. But again, ultimately not necessary. You see that? Those 2 fireballs obliterated 3 elves in 1 shot, or well, 2 shots. But alright, I think we're on the 3rd wave now, which means next one we're gonna get the long swords. Confuse. Get you up there. It's almost a full-time job just running around this place and looting too, so one of the things I do to slow it down to keep my, so I can get my focus regen to come back and stuff like that is to just run around and loot. well, I let my fire burn everything slowly. I can kill them a lot faster, but then the bodies just pile up to the point where, you know, you're gonna have a hard time not tripping over everything. Alright. I do believe, let's see, on hard mode in here, I think you get around 25 bows and 25 swords from the elves, which is kind of nice. Oh, here we go. The long swords are here, and this guy's actually fighting Mason over here, I bet. Oh, nope, he's on the... Saeed has got him. That's good. Alright, so I did not yet get hit by one of those long swords. I'll show you something that happens when you do. Oh, my pet did, but it wore off. There we go. It's a rend. Knight's Grace works to clear rend, which is nice, and it also works to clear the pinning shot from the archers, so I highly recommend it. Highly, highly recommend it. I don't think this room is soloable without some kind of snare and whatever break. Gotta heal off here before I die. Uh-oh. Okay, I must have killed the last archer, and now the rest of those elves are spawning. So you see what I mean? I had half of those elf fighters spawned and not the other half, but now they're all here because I must have killed that archer. So once I get all of these guys chasing me, they run fast. I just basically will charge up a fireball, shoot it somewhere in front of me, and then try and make them all... Oops, that was way off. Alright, let's see if I can do that again. First, we're going to get another ring of fire down. We don't want to risk not having that DPS up. Oh no, and Mason's dead. This is not going to go well. Yep, I'm going to get hurt. Ow. Alright, let's see if I can stay alive. Stay alive long enough to get Mason up. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh no. Ah. Didn't get it. It got interrupted. That sucks. Alright, let's try this. Oh, I got so many Rens on me. Let's try this one more time. I'm gonna die. Ah! I lived. Holy crap, I lived. Okay. Well, I'm not out of the woods yet. Except that res. Yeah, this was about as close as I want to call this. I don't want to get that close to dying. Looks like I killed one of the spawns, so we got the next wave up. That is not ideal. Starts with the trolls, because I still got a bunch of those elf fighters to kill. Oh, nope, they finally died. Good. Okay. Easy street from here on out. It's just a couple of trolls, a couple of elves. Hard part's over. That was literally the hardest part about this whole fight. And if I die after this, I'm gonna cry. Not really. But just because I said that. Gets the Ida back out here. Okay, now that these guys are all dead, the next wave is going to be a bunch of these same trolls here, these obsidian trolls. They have nothing for loot. They're garbage. They give you some obsidian chips and a couple of gold. It's sad. I wish it was better. But the big trolls will make up for it. And the experience isn't bad. The obsidian trolls can give you troll parts, but I don't think I've seen much of anything else from them. I mean, Kodos probably, but yeah, I think their loot table's very lacking. And on normal mode, I do not think this room is worth fighting because there's only 2 of the elite trolls. It's better to do Epitaph, which is a room I will do as well. I'll do a video for that so you guys can see how that works. That room is infinitely easier than this one. This is the hardest room in the dungeon. There's only 3 rooms in the dungeon, but alright, we're on the second to last wave. I'm gonna run around and grab all of these obsidian trolls as soon as I can lay down the 6x fireball or ring of fire. Oh, I still have elves up. That means I am not on the second to last waves completely. These trolls don't seem to hit very hard. I'm not ever really concerned with them. I just use this time to, you know, clean up my loot. The next trolls can kill me in 2 shots though, so it's definitely beneficial to not get hit at all with those guys. Most shots are going to be around 100 damage, but once in a while I'll get like you know, 600. Speaking of high damage, I do believe I just got a 1358 fireball. That's not bad. Okay, this is the next thing of trolls. So with any luck, I should be able to get on the last wave for one of the modes and still have some of these trolls up from the previous wave, so you guys can see just how, you know, there, see? So I've only got the normal mode elite trolls. There's only 2 of them, which is kind of nice. It gives me a chance to kill all these guys before the rest of the big guys spawn. Hey, quit picking on Mason over there. Pick on me. Heal myself up a bit. Did I? How did... I didn't knock that troll down. Oh, that's right. The little guys are on a different team, so they will actually fight each other unless they all have aggro on you, which means I think that the little guys can knock each other down. They can stomp and knock each other down, which is how that one guy ended up on the ground. First elite's about to die, and it looks like I've got one more of these little guys here. I should kill him quick so I can get the last wave up. It's more fun when you get all of the elite trolls at once, but it's safer if you don't. Anyway, trolls are pretty simple. They have a couple of attacks. So one's a kick, a couple of punches, one's a sweeping arc, one's just a straight punch. Ooh, don't fight Mason. Fight me. They have a stomp. All of their attacks will miss you if you are behind them. I'm gonna die. Don't die. Oh, that was not good. I am so confused right now too. No, get out of there. No, no, no. Stunned and confused is not a good idea. Okay. Man, troll confused lasts forever. Alright, let's see if I can get this off without getting killed. So yeah, with more than one troll, the strategy is pretty much the same as with one troll. You just go in circles, try and give yourself some distance between you and the troll after they start swinging, so that you can get away from them when they start charging their attack up. Most of their attacks are charged attacks, so it takes a minute for that to execute, allowing you ample time to get away. So I just constantly just keep kiting them away from each other. Lay down a little bit of, you know, DPS aid, fire arrows and whatnot. If you can get them tightly grouped, fireballs are good. Just careful if they're low on health. One fireball can kill 3 trolls at once, which means you're pretty much dead if they're on top of you, because fallen troll hurts. But, oh, we completely missed an entire troll over there. Let's get him before we loot. Get out of here. Alright. Down to 1. My ring of fire will last long enough. So 11,000 health, same as a Torque Doll. Same strategy, it's basically a Torque Doll with a different name. Get this guy down real quick. One troll is nothing. I can do these with in my sleep, basically. What was that? A 1545 fireball? Not bad. Sorry, I had to break in guild chat about that. Alright, so that is Lost Vale hardmode, Opalis room. Loot here, see what we get, and get out of here. So, standard loot, potions, essence, ore. The elite trolls, or the elite ones can drop, the troll room, which is kind of nice. Which also, I believe, means they can drop the troll totems in addition to the essence. Ooh, Saeed is dead. Alright, that looks like all of our corpses here. So let's head out of here and yeah. That's that. Let's see. What do we got? Ring of water. Bunch of gems. Bunch of potions. Uh-oh. It spawned already. We're gonna get out of here. I don't want to fight those guys while I'm looking at loot. Don't kill me. Ring of the moon. And a ring of fire. Not too much in the line of loot this time, but not too bad either. Yeah, that's Lost Vale Opalis room. I hope it helps. I hope some people are able to take this fight on and do good things. If you die a few times, don't get discouraged. It just takes some practice. I think I died probably 50 times when I was learning this room. Like the first I don't think I beat it the first 10 times I attempted it, but now it's not even a challenge. Yeah, I'm glad to pass on my knowledge, and have a great day, everybody.